Hello and welcome to Prenatal Yoga. Today we're going to be doing some stretches and exercises to help get you moving and work out some of those aches and pains you might be feeling. I am in my 21st week of my pregnancy. However, these exercises are safe for you to do at any point in your journey, whether you're in your first trimester or your third trimester. That comes with the caveat. If it doesn't feel good to you or your body starts to cramp or not feel good at any point throughout these exercises, just relax, take it a little bit easy, and listen to your body, listen to your baby, and pay attention really to how you feel. If you haven't got clearance from your physician to participate in an exercise program, I highly recommend you do that before just jumping into something, especially if you're a beginner. But let's go ahead and get started. On your mat, we're going to start in tabletop position, and we're going to start just warming up the hips and the pelvis by doing some pelvic tilts. So on all fours, you're just going to take your pelvis and draw it under, so you're rounding your tailbone down, kind of like as if you had a tail, it would drop between your legs. And then you're going to lift your pelvis forward, and you're going to feel a stretch through the abdominal muscles here. And if you feel any sort of pain from that stretch, then just try to decrease the amount of tilt in your pelvis. So don't stretch yourself so far. You've already got a lot of stretching going on in your abdominal muscles and in your skin. So just listen to your body and move with what feels comfortable for you. And sometimes I do these pelvic tilts if I feel the baby is resting weird on me, or if he's in a position that's really not comfortable, that's kind of painful, then I will do some pelvic tilts just to get the baby to move around a little bit and change positions. So definitely incorporate pelvic tilts into your daily routine. We're going to do one more of these. All right, come right back to flat back, and we're going to engage through the lower body and upper body by kicking your right leg back, kick your heel back, and then raise the opposite arm forward. So holding here, you're starting to activate your core muscles. Right now you're working through the glute, up the spine, and then as you exhale, draw your elbow to your knee. Try to maintain your balance. Exhale, draw your elbow to your knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Very good. Switch sides. Kick your left leg in the back this time. Engage through the glute and then raise the opposite arm. And then as you exhale, draw your elbow to your knee and then extend once again. So this is a chance to do a little bit of booty work, and you're also working the muscles in your back as well. I'm sure you can feel that. And your core as you bring your elbow to your knee. Safe for baby. All right, exhale, release. Go ahead and drop your elbows right down to the point that your hands were. And if you need to scoot your legs back here a little bit, go ahead and do so for puppy pose. So I just want you to kick your hips up towards the ceiling and then release the tightness through the shoulders. Now, if you're really tight here in your shoulders, you're going to see that your hands are going to try to creep together, but I want you to keep them parallel with each other. You can take your third eye to the mat and relax, roll your head back and forth if that feels good for you. You can even rock your hips, sway them up around in the sky. And on your next inhale, I want you to shift your weight forward, tuck your toes underneath you, and same exact thing, small change. We're going to peel our hip points up towards the ceiling, coming into dolphin pose this time. So once again, relax your head and neck. You're going to feel this stretch all the way through your backside body. If you have tight hamstrings and calves, you're totally going to feel this stretch. And even through the shoulders. Try to avoid letting your arms sneak together. Keep pressing your weight back so your hips are raising towards the sky. Take one more breath here. And exhale. Knees come wide on the mat and toes come together as you exhale. Sink back into extended child's pose. It's up off the floor and just come up onto your fingertips. Doing this, you're going to feel an additional stretch in the lats, especially if you're tight. Take a deep breath. And then walk your hands to the left side of the mat, even off the mat. The further you can stretch your body to the side, the more stretch you're going to feel. Exhale, keep your hips nice and low. Feel that total side body stretch from the armpit to the hip. And then walk your hands to the other side. And then remember to dial into your breath. Let's walk our hands to center. Now I just want you to think about sinking deeply into this stretch by allowing yourself just to melt down to the ground. This is a really good hip opener and upper body stretch. And on your next inhale, I want you to come forward. You're back to all fours. We're going to stretch out the piriformis muscle in the hip. So extend your left leg. And then as you exhale, weave your leg between, or I should say up underneath you. And you're going to have this leg in front of you, and then as you lower down, you're going to focus on sinking deeper into the glute, releasing tension in the hip with the leg that's bent, and your back leg is straight and it's actually engaged. So not just to completely release through your lower body. I want you to think about, you have two different things going on. You're really thinking about releasing the tension in the hip with the leg bent, and then the back leg that's straight, it's active, it's engaged. And then remember to draw into your breath. Use the sound of your breath to relax you, to allow you to sink a little deeper. And if you have had any problems with sciatica or even with lower back pain, this stretch is really good to help alleviate some of the tightness, that tension that we hold in the hips, specifically in the piriformis muscle. And then when you're ready, go ahead, press yourself up. We're going to take your leg back to meet the other one and switch sides. So extend the leg, this time right side. Bring the leg forward and go ahead and lower down any amount that feels comfortable for you. I can definitely tell a considerably big difference between my hips and how tight they feel. And so one side I may have more flexibility and one side might have less. Don't worry about that. Just focus on dialing into your breath and relaxing, just releasing the tension that you're holding on to. You don't have to force yourself to go as far as you stretched in the previous one. I just want you to take each side for what it is and relax. And over time, as you continue to stretch, continue to practice yoga, you'll start to even out those imbalances. And imbalances are a good reminder for us to become aware of what we're doing in the day with our body. So maybe you're sitting off to one hip or crossing your legs with the same leg, you're going to notice that tightness and tension. So just to do things uniform and to keep your mind present and active in your daily living. I'll stop rambling here. Press yourself up back to our tabletop position, and we're going to finish with frog pose. So take your legs a little bit wider than the mat. You can always change positions so your knees are padded. And then you're going to shift your weight forward any amount, and this is stretching out the inner thighs, which will get you ready for the birth of your new baby. And anytime you experience that extreme tightness where you're like, oh, it's kind of painful, I want you to use this as practice to dial into your breath, to get ready for the big day, B-day, birthday of your son or daughter. And these moments that you're challenged or you're faced with pain, you have an opportunity to practice your breathing, to dial in, find your inner strength, and just to work through it. One more breath here. All right, press yourself right back to all fours. Swing your legs around and have a seat. We're gonna finish here in a seated position. If you have the time, I highly encourage you to take a couple moments and practice your breathing, your Ujjayi breathing. You can do this by constricting through the back of your throat and just to really get in tune with your breath and to find the comfort with your breath. So let's practice a couple rounds of Ujjayi breathing, and if you have to go and you don't have the time to finish, then thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate you and your support. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel and click that thumbs up button. And if you're sticking around, let's go ahead and get started. You can place your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your heart. And I want you to take a breath, and as you inhale, you're going to constrict through the back of your throat, and you're going to expand your belly. And then as you exhale, again, constricting through the throat and then breathing out through your nose, nice and slow. Inhaling again through the nose. Exhaling again through the nose. And the sound of your breath brings comfort to you. It sounds as if the waves are crashing around you. This relaxation period is the time for you to get comfortable with dialing in and using your breath for strength. With every contraction, with every ounce of pain or discomfort that you may feel along this journey, know that your mind and your body has the strength to continue. Use this as a tool to comfort yourself, to come back to this place of relaxation, of self-control, of ease and relaxation. Take one final breath here. Relax. Let your breath return to normal. I want you to think about this affirmation in your head and just repeat it to yourself. I am strong. I am capable. I am healthy. Take a moment to think that to yourself. Open your eyes if you're ready, and if they were closed. Thank you so much for joining me along this journey. I'm so grateful to have a community of support and women, strong women alongside with me, encouraging me to keep going and making these videos to keep us healthy along this journey. Have a great day. Leave a comment below. I really want to get to know you. Where are you in your pregnancy? Share it in the comments. Have a great day.